What up, Lowrider family? Here we are another day. We got that Demo Warrior Turtle in the mix. So this is a hopper, you know what I mean? Full frame in the building. She originally started out in San Diego as a lay and play car. Full frame was done out in San Diego and then went into the mix. So homie ended up picking her up. We're out here in Bakersfield, California. So Markie's the new owner of the car, but it got a complete demo. It was a triple action, so we had 3 heads on the car in the mix on the demo work, and we fucking, you know, put it all together and went from there. So there was a lot of dialing in with this car, you know. We had to get rid of the fucking exhaust stay. We had to get rid of all the old weight. The car originally was a double gate. So double gate, 14 batteries, broke down axle. I mean, broke down everything, literally. Old parts, threw them away. Did a lot of reverse work. This is just a little mini of the pile, but you can kind of see how thick the weight was. I had like 2-inch thick plates and shit. So eliminated all that shit, Lowrider family, and then went from there. She's a new monster now today, and fucking it was about, I'd say, roughly a 3-month course in the mix with this hoe. So fucking now this is what we're working with. Originally she was a double gate 14. Now she's a single pump 12. And voila, nice and pretty. You know what I mean? So got her all demoed out and fucking got her on that boogie. You know what I mean? So originally I believe it was 2 or 3 shops out in the Lancaster area. Another homie ended up picking it up and went out there, and they were trying to dial in, but they didn't have success right there. So we turned around, all 3 of us, No Limit, Frankie and Sons, and then Markie, the new owner. And we demoed out this hoe and rebuilt everything. So basically got her back down to bare frame and went through all the hydraulics and suspension and, you know, made her a little fuchi lala. So on the nose we got incorporated in, we got the Generation 3 piston gate. We got that straight shot plumbing on through, rolling out on a deuce. We got that 8L Extreme returning back in. And we do have our reverse check valve. We do have a reverse check valve going back in through the motor. And so we're going to do a little test action for you guys, just to show on high voltage. This is the KENETIK, the new KENETIK comp motor from Black Magic. So either she's going to blow up or she's going to do the damn thing, and we're going to get to see it live. So that's a positive news. So we're running on those gray top fucking solar power Warrior batteries. And a positive part about these batteries is, yes, they're expensive, but they also come with a fair amount of weight. You know what I'm saying? So the batteries are not light, but for hop life, you know, it's pretty dope to incorporate them in there. Nice and clean. 2-aught welding cable rolling on through. You know what I mean? Get that trunk view. She a different animal. All 2-aught welding cable. Little tiny batteries. That Black Magic piston gate up in there. You know, she still got bump. 8-inch competition woofer mounted down now. There she is, Lowrider family. So on the nose, this is what we're working with. You know, we got some cheese balls in the mix. So broke down all the front suspension. We got Frankie in his mix. Did the return leaf Warrior. You know, he's a Chevy guy. He got some leaf spring issues, but this is what you want to play with once you start getting into that radical divisions. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that that oil returns back to your piston as fast as possible. And so we got Frankie Warrior in the mix with his chop suey leaf spring. So dope on that. This was a triple team action. You know, we had to fix some of his stuff. You know, he put some gangster spacers and we had to get some bolts and tighten them back up, but it's all good. He still came through and did his wiggle. You know what I mean? Broke down the suspension, No Limit in the mix. Shoot, I mean, everything went through, you know what I'm saying? So spindle side, we got the spindles all strapped up. So it's actually 3/8 thick on the spindles. My bad, you guys, I'm on caffeine, so I'm shaking like a hoe. We got those uniballs dialed in correctly. Before, the uniballs didn't want to move, so we freed those up. Chopped out some of the stuff on the lowers and then incorporated the 5-ton sky-high coils on some deep cups on the lowers to set them in correctly. Chopped out front side of the frame, and now we got sleeves, which is kind of hard to see from this perspective, but we got our cylinders holding up straight, and we got all brand new hardware, brand new bushings running all the way through. You know what I mean? Got that fucking brake Warrior coming on through. So there she is, Lowrider family. Little Hop Life Warrior in the mix. And then, hey, can you lock up the back end, dog? Then now on the back end, you guys, this is gonna be more like circus class, you know what I mean? On the full frame Warrior. Ooh. Baby tap. There we go. So this is what we're working with. Axle was fully broken down, Lowrider family, in the mix. So welded on some fresh little fucking chain Warriors. Original brackets were outside right here. The reason I do not like them on the outside, Lowrider family, is because you put a lot of stress on your frame right here. So basically the rigging of when you have your chains right here, down here, and going out to this ass end, it puts stress right here on your frame, and you'll see a lot of the breaks. Although it's a similar concept to having the square tubing and then going direct to your bridge, it's not as much tension, but we still want to keep our axle nice and tight. So everything was broken down off of the trailing arms. Hardware was all replaced and gone through. And then we got Frankie in the mix, Frankie and his son, so he did these custom brake lines, all little stainless mirrored. He said if you put the brake lines on, it's gonna hop better. So I thought, fuck it, let's run the brake lines, you know what I mean? But he did a good job, you know what I'm saying, Lowrider family? So check out those little Fuchi fancies. Ooh la la. Fucker. We went through, all cylinders are brand new. So we got brand new telescopics on the rear. I believe these are the 16s to 30s. We changed the dimensions on trailing arms. Markie went ahead and he got with the boogie. Don't know how to weld, but YouTube Warrior weld, and fucking got a brand new exhaust on there. So hey, you got to give him credit when credit's due, you feel me? And fucking there she is, Lowrider family. So 3-month demo in the mix, and it's been fun, you know what I mean? This was a triple team action, late hours, so off of doing Lowrider all week long. After hours, we'd go from anywhere from 7 at night to 1, 2 in the morning, and all the guys really put in on this one, and this is what she is now. So single pump, 12 batteries, generation 3 piston, and we're gonna see what she do, you know what I mean? So here we go, Lowrider family. Hit that shit. There you go. Fire. So we got about, what, 8 hits, and then she blew up. Bah! What up, Lowrider family? So we're back in the mix. I thought we nuked that motor. That KENETIK motor ended up holding on. You know what I mean? Single pump, 12 batteries. A little solar horsepower ended up hurting our fillings, so we had a 4th of July Warrior. Completely demolished that solenoid. Check that shit out. That shit cool. So my bad. I thought it was a motor. Damn thing held up. Be damn, you know what I mean? So all we did on this motor Lowrider family is the back liner, the white liner on the female side of the casing. We removed that. And then the little yellow end cap, we removed that, and what you saw in the video is exactly what you got. I thought it was the motor that blew up. Hell no, it was a fucking solenoid, 4th of July like a hoochie. So the good news is there's a lot of power, you know what I mean? We about like 1,500 cold cranking amps, 1,600 cold cranking amps, and yeah, she did the damn thing. So just want to put that out there, you guys, for the streets. That was a real test. That was live. This is no lie, 4th of July Warrior. So a little too much power, but you know, somebody got to do it. But there she is, Lowrider family. So that KENETIK comp motor, yeah, she ended up lasting, and fuck my life with the batteries. You know what I mean? I hope everybody's having a positive evening. No, you know, the homie's a little burnt, you know, because we got extra crispy batteries. But hey, somebody got to do it. Keep that shit real as fuck, you know what I mean? Yee! What up, Lowrider family? Here we are back in the mix. Now we're on a single pump 10 batteries, still on that same KENETIK motor. This is going to be our 3rd hop for the night. We're on 4th of July Warrior in the mix, you know what I mean? This is what we got going on. Thought the motor blew up, but it ended up being solenoid Warrior night. So we got this shit all torn down. We are blowing apart solenoids like a motherfucker. Extra crispy, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to do it. So next test up, we powered down. We ended up going single pump, 10 batteries, same KENETIK motor. And so thought she blew up originally, but nah, she's still fucking going. So let me grab this light real quick, Lowrider family, and then we'll fucking go from there. You know what I mean? Yeah. There she is. Single pump, 10 batteries. Ooh, she's angry. Mm-hmm. 4th of July warrior. Hell yeah. And there she is, Lowrider family. All right, Lowrider family, so it's official. Got the car back down, that little stand-up height, and I guess it's just a fucking solenoid night, because check this shit out, Lowrider family. We got that hoochie separating from that hoochie. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, we finally blew up the goddamn motor. Hell no, that fucking bitch is still good. Fucking 4th of July, the solenoid right out the hole. And then fucking from this side, this fucking hoochie separated. This is our 5th batch tonight, and we're all double grounded out and everything, but just this power source of these damn batteries, they're fucking fuchi lala, you know what I mean? So just want to throw that out there, Lowrider family. We're doing some hardcore testing tonight on the KENETIK comp motor, and this one is not coated. This one's just, I removed the liner and the end cap, the little yellow piece, removed that, and now she's fucking taking a beating. So this last test was done on single pump 10 batteries, and fucking 4th of July to another set of solenoids, and voila, eh? I don't know, I think we're playing with some of them Chinese warriors, you know what I mean? Come on. Hell yeah. Hope everybody has a positive night. Just doing an update on that motor. We're going to do back-to-back little video clips and then get that fucker, get the fucker up and just watch him raw dog, you know what I'm saying? Yee!